allotments, have the no terms of reference been updated for the allocations? Because you were looking at putting a charge on for water, weren't we?
No, no. We were, well, it was brought to council and no, we didn't.
So the allocation things are the same as they are, they haven't been updated or nothing?
Allocation.
We haven't voted on any.
When you come to
terms
sign
of
for
reference.
allotment?
Yeah, I think what we're doing is because we're waiting for staff to come up with the allotment association, see what their contracts were, and then we're adapting that to meet our contract, I believe.
Right.
But that's not come back to council yet.
Will they be ready for September then, like Gerald says?
Looks like not.
Yeah, I don't see why not at all. It's very unusual to allocate pots in September,
We don't know.
as in, you just said that the list.
Yeah, I've been lobbying since January because August last year we got allocated, which to me is very late. Because I don't know whether you're aware, that you may be aware, that in February, 1st of February, the payment becomes due, and it's given 40 days, which is part of the Allotment Society's recommendation. After which, if they haven't paid, people get a letter to vacate within a month. In which time they can come and pay a £5 fee for late payment. Which means that if they get a month from middle of March to middle of April, then it should be resolved by middle of April, or at the latest, middle of May. Which means that it should be allocated May or June at the very latest. Now, August seemed late to me last year. Now the staff are telling people it's going to be September. So that's even later. So it's very concerning that there's no control.
I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't say, but the system that is here is very unusual. Let's just say that, and it will need looking at. Because traditionally you send the agreements for the next year and the invoices out at the middle of February, beginning of March. And if people haven't paid within 14 days of the 1st of April, they actually get told to leave their allotments. So we need to look at all these sorts of things and see what happens.
Well,
That's the usual process.
But it's nice to hear it.
But every council I've ever worked at does that. So
Problem
it
is,
makes
this
it
council
easier.
hasn't got, and I've asked several times for a set of procedures, rules to be set up to work by, because if you've got a set of rules to work by, then you don't have these problems.
Can I just ask a question? So are you given a tenancy for 1 year only each year?
No, if the tenancy starts and that's it. So long as you pay your dues on there
Right.
within that allocated time, the tenancy continues. The National Allotment Agreement says you can't chuck anybody off for any other reason within 12 months.
I would disagree with you on that. You can actually ask people to leave if they don't keep their allotments up to scratch. You do inspections and send them letters. So you can ask people to leave. We have to give you a year's notice if we want to put the rent up or something new and specific, or like water you were just saying. So there is ways of asking people to leave if they don't keep their allotment up to date. But I think we'll have a look at the processes and procedures.
The rules appear to be here in a loose form,
Yeah.
but of course they're never enforced.
Okay.
And that's a major concern for me. The derelict allotments have been derelict for years, and they don't seem to have been allocated, or if they have been allocated, I don't know. It just worries me that the allotments are not controlled.
Let's have a little look at them and see what we can do.
Could be people using these things for nefarious things.
Okay. Harriet and I are going out to the allotments next week, so I'll have a look and take on board what you're saying and take the list with me.
Okay, thank you.
Kev, you hand up?
Dylan has done some really good work on this recently. I propose that we delegate him the duty to look into this and liaise with the
think you already, I think you already has, Dale's like this.
Okay,
There
I'll
is
have a
the-
little look.
The allotment owners on a monthly basis or something like that, or whenever, if someone could.
That's fine. Thank you, I'll have a chat on this one.
Any more questions? No, okay, meeting closed at 19:14.
Can I just give our apologies, we were upstairs in activity room
We've been upstairs.
at box 7 waiting. We didn't know it was activity room down here.
That's foot clinic.
Did
That's-
you ask
That's not
us
classed as
there?
activity room, this one's activity room.
I've always known that it's activity room.
Our class is upstairs, so I've got 40
Aren't classed in everything, yeah?
It says activity